So till now, we have come across all the HTML tags, all the HTML elements separately. So how to work on all together in a single web pages? Okay. So always sites often used to display the content in multiple columns. When you come across any magazine websites or a news website, you came to know that multiple widgets play around the sites. We can take an example of India Today. I will show you later. Before that, I taken an example of this structure. When you see here, the header, name, section, article, footer, aside. So these all pieced together into these web pages. So this is how we need to know, we need to create. For that, we need to understand about the layout concept. Okay, only then it makes sense to have a web pages. It depends on the requirement. Some sites have a different layout, some sites have another layout. So it's depends on the requirement and depends on the industry needs. Okay. So let me move on further. When you take an example of this images, this I have captured this screenshot. Considering this screenshot, the cities is a header, and left side you can see some cities. This we can consider as a navigation. This is a sidebar, and here we can see the London architect article. This is the article render over here, followed with the footers coming. So this is what the structure we need to figure it out. So we need to play around what needs to be rendered for each row and column. Always we used to say when it comes to the website layout design, row and column. Row wise, how many rows we need to put it, and each row, how many column we need to place. Row means it will be rendered in the horizontal. Column means it will be rendered in the within the row vertical. Okay. So this is the structure. I have captured the screenshot. I will show you the coding part. So this is the layout.html I have created. Within that, we have written some styles over there. Only then it will be looks good. Otherwise, it won't looks good. So for that purpose only, I have written some style over there. But forget about the style for the time being. Those things we will cover it in the CSS part later on. Okay. What I did, as I already said in the other videos, I have talked about this semantic tag, right? So the header means it will come always in the top. Footer means it's come always in the bottom. So in between section, nav container means sidebar will contain the navigation of the menu links. Then article tag contain the article information. Okay. So let's show you the output, how it will be look like. This will be the same, but I will show you from the HTML output. I'm refreshing this page. So here you can see CSS layout. Then I have added a 2-line of paragraph content. This is saying how the structure created below. We have created a header, then 2 column boxes and a footer. Okay, so this is the header part and 2 column box. I mean within a row, we have considered as a 2 column. 1 row is for the menu, 2nd row is for the article, then followed with the footer. So this is what the structure we need to follow. Okay, so let's do some reverse engineering on this part. I will show you from the India Today. What is the reverse engineering? Always we used to design the website. Once we get the skeleton work from the UI designer, they will give you the rough sketch part. Okay, so from there only we need to convert into HTML part. So now we will do the reverse engineering. Already indiatoday.in is live sites. So from that, how they build the structure, that we can figure it out. Okay. So just to go follow me, this highlighted part, it starts from this side. So how the structure will look like within the 1 row, we have a 12 elements, including this arrow mark. Okay. So one row within that 12 columns is rendering over there. Likewise, 2nd row, we have a India Today logo followed by this 3 icons render here. Then the 3rd row contains some nifty index value, then USD to INR conversion, then the weather report. Then followed by the main content area divided into two columns. The first column, it's all about the sidebar navigation. Then the second column contains a main content. Okay, within the second column, it divided into multiple rows. This Haryana clashes, Manipur, these things, the first row. Then second row we have ad placement. Third row also some ad placement. Fourth row only main content is coming. But fourth row divided into two columns. One column contains the main information, and the second column will contain some started with advertisement, and here also advertisement, then trending videos. Like this, it's split into two columns. Okay, so how to structure these things, I will show you the sketch part. I'm just let me try to open. Yeah, let me close this one. Yeah, so when it comes to India Today website, how the structure should look like, it, let's pick the red color. Okay, sorry. Yeah, so this is the top bar, then followed by the India Today logo will come, and the third row we have a Nifty index, those things, right? Then we have a main content area. Main content area divided into two columns. So how this going to be structured? First we need to write one big column. Within that we need to divide it into two columns. So this occupancy full height, and the second column occupancy also full height. But what happened? The first column contains some sidebar navigation, right? So this is the sidebar. This is the sidebar navigation coming. So when you compare this is the sidebar, and this is how the structure we need to build. Okay, so what happened to the second column? It starts from 1, 2, 3, 3 rows. Let's put like this. Then let me copy your. You're not able to copy. Let me draw it again. And this is the third row, and this is the this is the third row. So we have completed third row. So what is the fourth row? Fourth row is divided into two columns. First we need to write a row, the full row. Okay, then it is going to be divided into two columns. Okay, so within this, and the top stories will come here. And what is next? World. World is coming next to this. Like that, the structure will be going on. In the left side, we have ad. This left, the second column start with ad, then the trending videos. Okay, like that, the list will be going on. So you can't figure out this liner until within this, but it will be in a hidden mode. And if you want to explore what we structure here, those things you can explore with the inspect element. I already told you about this. Let me move on this. So when you mouse over this, will you able to see this highlighted portion? So this is the div container comes first. So this will be treated as a top menu is the first row. Then header. Within header, there will be two row. Look at here. This is the first row. This is the second row. And what next? This is the entirely main content. I told you, right? This entire main content divided into two. So how to know about it? I will show you. Yeah. Look at here. This is the full container. And within that, this occupant 25%, this is occupancy 25%. I told you, right? The percentage of allocation will be either in a pixel or in a percentage. Okay. So this 25% is allocated for the sidebar navigation, and the main content area also divided into, see here, this is the one row, this is the second row, this is the third row, and this is the fourth row. Again, this main content is divided into two. How? You can see here the highlighted part, the aside. So this is how the page structure, and once you figure out you are able to do this, then you need to go for the HTML part to divide the each column and each row and column. Okay, so I have covered this part, and I have added this also. One more thing I need to talk about this. To build a layout, there are four techniques we can use to follow. One is either we can use a CSS framework. Let me pick this CSS framework, or a CSS float property, or CSS flexbox, or CSS grid. CSS framework, these things we can cover it once we talk about CSS part more in later session. So altogether, we can build a layout part using this. Let me clear that. Just a minute. How to clear? Yeah, clear all blanks. Okay. Okay. So this is how we can build the layout part. Okay. I have assignment for you. So here I have listed the sites: byju's.com, India Today, Magic Bricks. So those are the sites. You take a look at it. Already we covered indiatoday.in, but it's up to you. Whatever the sites you want to go, you can take a look at it and divide that layout. How to structure the layout? You take it as an assignment and submit it. Okay, so we can take a look at it. Yeah, so that's it. Thank you, team.